everybody. So I would like to call the business meeting to order this evening. And do we have a quorum back there? Okay, thank you. All right, a quorum has been ascertained. Let's see, next is approval and review of the 2023 meeting minutes. Hello, you have a question? All right, is there a second? Second, awesome. Any objection to approving the 2023 meeting minutes? All right, let's move on. Next, we have reports, and the first one is from me. So lucky you. So, as the volunteer board chair at the credit union, it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 2024 annual meeting. This is the one time each year we come together as a community to congratulate ourselves for our success and recognize the people who made it happen. Now, last year was all about the 75th anniversary, and I think we celebrated our membership well. We had food and prizes at our branches, and just ahead of the curve, awesome CD prices, our interest rates. So thank you, MVFCU staff. We all know who made those celebrations successful, and that was you. It seems every year there is uncertainty in our economy, changing markets and interest rates, seemingly never-ending political divisions, and even cultural shifts. And yet our credit union succeeds. How do we do this? We keep our focus on our members' financial well-being. That's what we do. We have low-cost financial services, amazing professional employees, and flexible, sometimes unique, financing opportunities for Alaskans and for Hawaiians in the Waipahu community. As your board, our focus will always be on providing the best possible experience for MVFCU members. At this time, I'd like to recognize the other board members who are here tonight, and they all work really, really hard during the year. So Joe Hawkins, Crystal Stanley, Dale Fosselman, and if these folks are here, I haven't seen them. Amy Roberts. There she is. Okay, right up front. Dave Combs. Okay, and Cecilia Bradford. Okay, Amy, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. So, as always, we are grateful for your trust and support. Thank you very much. So now, our current CEO for a few more short months will come and give his final CEO report at the annual membership meeting.
Well, thanks, Karen. That's very eloquent you presented there. First of all, I'd like to welcome everyone to our annual meeting. It's always kind of fun to get together on an annual basis to see how we're all doing and stuff there. I'd like to thank our volunteers. Karen did mention they do spend a lot of hours, and she did mention that, but it's an unpaid position. And they really do a lot for the organization. I can tell you, I have a lot of meetings, and they're at a lot of those meetings. It's a real sacrifice they take from their families to be at those meetings. It's much appreciated there. We additionally have the supervisory committee. They put lots and lots of hours in too, and I appreciate that very much. And then the employees. If I could get maybe all the employees to stand up so we get a sense of who's all employee here. Many of these employees, you can go ahead and sit down. Many of these employees have been here through COVID, which was a tough time. They stuck it out, and it's more of a passion of love sometimes and more than just a job there. I'd like to introduce my executive leadership team. They're the people that really make it hum, and they've had a really good year this year. So I'd like to introduce them. Tia Burgess, if she could stand up, as our Chief Financial Officer. Bill Koo, Chief Operations Officer. Craig Pavlich, Chief Member Experience Officer. And then not least, Angela Hobby. Angela takes our human resources and really does a great job. Her team does, helping us find talent and help us, more importantly, develop talent so that they want to stay with Matt Valley there. It was our 75th anniversary. December 7th, 1948, 20 community members got together. They helped form the credit union and pooled their resources so that there could be credit opportunities for the community. In those 75 years, we've had quite a bit of growth, and now we're serving all of Alaska. I can attest to that. I was just recently in Kodiak for a trade event, went to rent a car, and the person thanked us and let us know that she had got her loan from us in Kodiak, Alaska. Which is, it's always kind of fun, you get a testimonial from someone there. Additionally, we recently, we've been serving Hawaii now too. We were in Hawaii and we went to the North Shore to have a dinner. Our flight's not till 10 o'clock, so we're gonna have dinner. The waiter that helped us, which was a very pleasant person, sure as heck had got his car loan from us too. So that was pretty impressive there for us there and stuff there. But we continue to follow kind of our mission. Our mission is to improve our community by providing knowledge and service for our members to achieve, keyword in my mind, their financial goals. It's not our goals, it's their goals. We need to help them financially do that, and by honoring some value systems that matter to us. And so we can continue down that path there. We, on an annual basis, we look at how our fees stack up to other institutions. And when we do our peer comparison, we're one of the very lowest in the state. And that's one of our areas we want to have very competitive depository rates and as economical as we can lending rates. But the fees is a big thing, and we really strive ourselves to keep those as low as possible. And so it's kind of nice to validate that at the end of the year that has occurred there. Give you some perspective, in 2023, we had right about a 14.58% loan growth for $184 million in lending that we granted last year, which is our record year for us. It ended the year with $527 million in loans. So that's quite some growth we've had there. We continue to have solid share growth, and the CD rate environment's been really nice. It's been a good way to pay back members. We really like that. We had 9.04% growth in deposits last year, and we ended the year at $792 million in deposits. I know the other day it looked, and it kind of goes up and down every day. We had $808 million in deposits just the other day. That's a record for us too. There. Total assets for the end of the year was $933 million, which is really good. And our net worth was at 9.28. NCUA really looks for a credit union to have capital to be highly capitalized at about 7% or higher. So we have good reserves. It's a good spot to be. So we're real proud of that. And that really gives us flexibility to handle the ups and downs of the economy. And if you don't have good capital, it's going to really come back to haunt you when there's a downtrend in the economy, and you won't be there to help your members. So we always make sure we have good capital there. But we didn't want to rest on our laurels because things are changing, and we need to continue to provide new services. So to cap off 2023, or really to begin 2024, in 2023, we capped it off while we launched Glear, our new on-demand video service, where we can have you press a button and an agent can come on and help you with any of your financial transactions. That was a big undertaking. I know Al is out in the audience. Al and I worked together for many, many years. That was one of our visions we had years ago to be able to help our members wherever they're at. We were thinking of ways to do it with ATMs and all kinds of stuff. But this video capability is really monumental there. I want to kind of quote Stephanie Dunn. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to quote what you provided for me on this there about the service. And this is what Stephanie said. Through the on-demand service, members can do just about anything via video banking that can get done in person in a community office. Using a mobile device, members can complete their financial transactions wherever they find themselves. Our virtual member representatives have helped local members who were able to get help in the community of Alaska or globally, wherever they're at and stuff, as well as if they're on vacation or anywhere else in the globe. So that, and she's seeing really good feedback on that. We've had a lot of members start to take advantage of that. That doesn't mean that we're going to go away from in person, but we need to be there when you need us, and that's one of the ways to be there and stuff there. So as you can tell, 2023 has been a banner year helping our members in Alaska and Hawaii and globally. We really look for 2024, and it really has started off to be a good year going forward and should be there. And so I want to thank you all for your time, and I'm going to turn it back over to Karen. Wait, is it going to Matt? I want to introduce Matt Reister, head of the Supervisory Committee.
Thank you, Ed, for the intro. So I'm up here to touch on some highlights on the Supervisory Committee report for the year. The complete copy of the report's in the annual report, and you can read through that at your leisure. So our committee is has 5 seats. There's 4 of us on the committee currently, and that's David Taylor, Hannah Newberry, and Rick Antonio. I didn't see Hannah or Rick. I'm sure Dave wasn't here tonight. But if you're here, I'll introduce you. I don't think I've got anybody here with me. Yeah, anyway, like Ed said, we're also volunteers. And the committee is required under the federal charter. We're kind of unique amongst cooperatives to have a supervisory committee. And our duty is much like an audit committee would be in another corporation. We operate independent of the board, which is distinctive. And in that role, we oversee the audits. We contract for an external audit. We oversee internal audit. And there are some compliance audits that are done. We, in kind of starting at the top, the key audit is the annual financial audit. So we have an external firm called Moss Adams come in, and they have an expertise in financial institutions like the credit union. $900 million in assets. It's a fairly significant entity. They do a thorough job. It's expensive, but it's well worth it, and it's a requirement. So this year we received the 22 results, which are good, and the 23 audit is actually close to being wrapped up. We don't have that yet, but we're expecting that to be going. It is going smoothly. We're expecting good results on that as well. Let's see. In addition to the financial audit, they do for us the lending and loan review compliance audit, and that's been completed, or actually that's close to being wrapped up now, excuse me. And then, the internal audits, we actually have an employee who's the internal auditor on staff, and it's maybe not completely unique for a credit union this size, but it's very comforting to have somebody on the inside that works with the different departments and functions and ensures that policies and laws and so on are being followed. And kind of another area which we oversee is the NCOA audit, and really that's really in partnership with management there. That's management's kind of primary responsibility, but we see those results. Those results are also given to Moss Adams, our external auditor. And the last one that was completed, because we're on about a 1.5-year cycle, was the 22 audit. And I think, as I reported last year, that was good, and we had an overall rating of a well-run, well-managed credit union on the NCOA audit. Let's see. In addition to the audit oversight, we've got we also deal with a few. We oversee the election, which you're going to see that soon. I'm going to be up here giving the results in a few minutes, and we do handle some member complaints. If they rise to the point where they go outside the credit union to the NCOA, then we get involved in that, but we haven't had anything significant in a long time. So Anyway, overall, good report. And if you read the details and if you have any questions, you can see me tonight or get a call to me through the credit union if you want to speak to me. As you recall, I think it's been a couple, maybe 3 years or so that we had an election that was contested where we had more interest than we did seats. This year we had 2 seats open, and we had 3 folks that were contending. Excuse me, just a sec here. I'll find my page. Yes, and we had Amy and David that were running as incumbents, and then we had Lauren Crawford, who had thrown his hat in the ring as well. We had 644 ballots cast, and that's a pretty low participation rate. We'd like to see that higher, but we appreciate, I assume all of you participated, and we thank you for that. And please spread the word to your neighbors, friends, we'd like to get that participation rate up. Anyway, I'll just jump to the results. So in order in which they've been reported, we use survey ballot systems to actually administer the election for us. And we oversee it and accept the results. Everything's kept completely confidential from the time that the voting lists are issued to survey ballot systems until the time that I get the results. I'm the only one that gets to see them. They're available through a secure means of transfer to me through a portal. And so nobody's seen these until now. So here you go. Let's see at the top. We got Amy Roberts, incumbent, with 475 votes, 475. We have David Combs, incumbent, with 422 votes, 422. And then we have Lauren Crawford with 305 votes. So we have the decisions for Amy and David, the incumbents, and congratulations to them. We have a big thank you to Mr. Crawford for participating, and I have not met him, don't know if he's here tonight, but we appreciate him as well. If anybody sees him, or if I see him tonight, I'll thank him. So that's all I have for election results. With that, I think I'll step down unless anybody has a question.
Good news is, since Lauren is interested in volunteering for us, so he's agreed, if he wasn't elected to the board, to be an associate director, which is a new position that we have this year. So we're really excited. Is he here tonight? Hi, thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much. Yay. We really appreciate you. We need all the help we can get. New ideas are great. Okay, so next is new or unfinished business. Do we have any new business to deal with tonight? Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to have Ed come back up, and he has some special recognition.
We'd like to take this time to kind of recognize some of our long-term employees when they've had a certain number of years with service with the credit union. And we're kind of rare because I have a lot of people come in that are vendors, and they're not used to having 20, 30-year employees with us. And we have a lot of employees that have been with us a long time. So we're fortunate to have employees that are that dedicated. So first of all, I'd like to recognize Stephanie Vieira. And Stephanie would like to join us, but she's with our staff in Waipahu, Hawaii. So I'm sure she'd like to be here, but we want to recognize Stephanie there. She's been with us for 15 years. Leonard Gardner, our marketing data web specialist, is with us. If Leonard could stand up. There, Leonard's standing up in the back. There, put your arms up, Leonard. There you go. Thanks, Leonard. Then for 20 years, we have Carmen Bill, and I'm not sure if Carmen's here tonight. I think Carmen's not. She's our Member Solutions Associate. Carmen's one of those people that's really a wonderful person to work with, and she goes from department to department. She likes to go to different departments for 4 or 5 years, learn that department, and then try another department. So if you've been in member services, she's been there. She's been in a lot of different groups. She's a good gal. we have 20 years, Susan Schroeder, a residential lending officer. Susan, there. Susan recently kind of came back and joined us over in the Palmer facility, so we're glad to have her back over there. It's fun to have her smiling face there. 25 years of service is Allie Carver, and I don't know if Allie's here tonight. Allie's not here tonight, but she's our e-commerce and card specialist. E-commerce is one of those departments that if you have ACH, card problems and stuff, they're the ones that help you out. Allie's been a big team member on that, and they do a wonderful job for that. I do want to recognize one of our board members has had one of those marker years, and Amy Roberts has got 5 years. And so thanks, Amy. Okay. There. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to turn it back to you, Karen.
All right, next item on the agenda is adjournment. Does anybody object to adjourning the business meeting? All right, but we're not done.